Morning, guys. It's Bree here. Today is Monday. It's the beginning of the week, and let's just say I did not want to get up today. Today's my early day. I have to go into work an hour earlier, which means I have to get up an hour earlier, which is a little hard for me to do because I'm not a morning person. Like, getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning is super early for me. So I think I got out of bed at like 7:30, but I got up. My head's still hurting. Day 5. It's a lot better than it was, but it's still like that. It's just irritating. But I did my workout anyways. I did not enjoy it while I was doing it, but I felt good about it when I was done. But today, Mondays are a really awesome day in the coaching community. Our company does what's called the National Wake Up Call. And what that is they take time every week to recognize people who have moved forward in their business and helped people. And then we get to hear from a successful coach who has a lot to offer in the way of, inspiration and motivation and insight, and just giving, sharing their story. And something that really stood out to me on today's call was about, your past and, the baggage that we carry around with us that we don't really think about. And he said something, it's not the things that happen in your life, but it's the meaning that you give those things. So there's terrible things that happen in our life, shitty things happen to us. And sometimes it can be, put us in a really dark time, and it can be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But coming from my own personal experience, with losing my dad, I never thought I would come back from that. But rather than letting that experience destroy me, and it did for a while, it threw me into depression. I had anxiety. I gained a bunch of weight. I was miserable. I felt terrible. I hated myself. I hated my life. I hated everything. And then one day I looked in the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So now I look back and yes, I miss my dad every single day. But I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't have gone through that experience. And, a lot of what I do in my life now is to make him proud. And my dad was super into fitness, so it's kind of ironic that I, got really into fitness after he passed away. But I gave that tragedy in my life meaning because it allowed me to come back stronger. It allowed me to appreciate life and the people in my life so much more. And it really showed me that life is short. And my dad made a lot of bad decisions. He was an alcoholic, and his poor life choices affected his future. Meaning he didn't have one past the age of 47. And I don't want that to be my life. And I don't want that to be my family's life. And I don't want that to be, anybody I come in contact with. Nobody deserves to leave this earth that early. So if you have gone through tragedies, find meaning. There's always a message in the mess. And that's something that I learned when I was in Nashville last year, or this summer, is that there is a message in all the mess. Life is messy, life is hard, life is stressful, but everybody goes through that, you guys. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own things that they deal with and their own way of dealing with things. But think about is how you're dealing with what you're going through benefiting you. So find meaning in all the mess. Find your message. Find your story. Find your strength. And, you can't do it alone. You got to find people who understand you, a support system. And, the sad fact is a lot of the times our friends and our family who are supposed to support us the most, sometimes they're the ones that make us feel the worst. And I'm very fortunate that I have a very supportive family, but not everybody does. And a lot of the times when I talk to people, and they're trying to do something good for themselves and they're, wanting to work out and wanting to eat healthy, people criticize them for that. And it can be really discouraging, but don't let those negative things that people say to you get you down. You've got to get out of your own head. You've got to push through that, because once you accomplish those things, those people that were criticizing you, they're going to be asking you how you did it. They're going to be like, wow, you look so happy now. Like, where did that come from? How did you do that? And you're like, well, you know, I didn't listen to you. All right, guys. But, you know, I was just feeling really, you know, really inspired by, you know, that call today, and I got to get going to work, but I love you guys, and I hope, you know, you got something out of this video today. So love you.